The best laid plans to get your goals go off awry. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and welcome to day 2131 of What's She Up To Now. This is a segment where I journal and document my journey as I originally left my businesses, left corporate America in the offline real world, as I call it, and still call it and annoy people sometimes, to join the online world, figure out and see if I could figure out how the internet worked and if I could successfully create businesses and help other people do the same here in the online world. Now, since the pandemic of 2020 and all that craziness for the next few years, that's still with us today. There's still implications and impact of that event that will be reverberating through history and through the future generations, because there have been so many changes that were a result of that and the way it was handled. So the best laid plans of mice and men go oft awry. This idiom is from 1758, I think. Let's grab my magnifying glass. 1785, when a Scottish poet by the name of Robert Burns used it in To a Mouse, a poem, and basically said, listen, we can plan all we want. Mice and men and everybody can plan, but it's going to get messed up. The chances of us creating a plan and it going exactly according to plan are slim to none. I've done a lot of huge projects in my life and in my career. Think of planning a big party, or planning your wedding, or a big event like that, or planning celebrations for your businesses, or starting a business, planning and doing business plans. I don't know a single person, and I've literally worked with tens of thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners, and I have yet to find one who created a plan, this perfect business plan, and everything went step by step by step according to the plan that they had laid out. It doesn't happen. Why? Because things around us and outside of our control are changing all the time, and we have to be willing to flow and ebb and adapt and be flexible enough to change with what happens outside of us that changes, but still move us toward our goal and objective. So maybe we plan to go step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but we really have to go 1, 2, 3, back to 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, back to 2, etc. That's the way life really works. Our life is not a straight line unless we're dead and it's flatlined. Then it's pretty straight. Otherwise, even our heartbeat is always changing and going up and down, right? So I like this idiom. I think it's a great idiom to remind us to plan, but start acting. So we don't spend all of our time and energy planning. Although, in college I learned you spend 80% of your time planning, and then the rest of the time doing the rest of the steps of the plan, do, check, act, framework, and model. And then you repeat that over and over and over again. Now, sometimes we can take into consideration and we can plan for all the possible eventualities. We can also spend too much time planning and miss our opportunities because we don't take action soon enough. So there's always a balance, and things are always situational. I don't know. I remember thinking in school and in college when I was studying things like marketing and management and manufacturing and engineering, and we learn all these principles and all these theories and all these things, but until we get out into the real world and apply them, we really don't understand them. Until we can apply something that we learned, or we can teach it to someone else, have we really learned that? Probably not. So some things to think about today are we're going over our goal process that we identified in January for another time. And we'll do it again next month. We're going to do it 12 times this year to install it in our subconscious, so that when we're faced with a goal, we automatically know how to set it. And I think next month what we'll do is we'll apply it to setting our goals for 2024. I think that would be the best use of our time and energy. I just thought of that now. I wasn't sure what I was going to do in December, and it's quickly approaching. But today we talked about step 4 of our process, strategy and plans. And I, this time through the goal process, am taking my steps that I broke it down into yesterday. I put them in order of what I need to do first, second, third, fourth, because some of them have to be sequential, some of them don't, and I can work on them simultaneously. But I want to, and I already created the strategy for the first step and the plans for the first step. And I will today go through the rest of the other 7 big chunks that I need to do in order to make my goal happen. And I'll come up with a strategy and a plan, at least one strategy and one plan for each one. So as I move from step to step to step, I've got a framework, an outline of what I want to work on and what I'm trying to do in that for that step. And as I accomplish those steps, then my overall goal will be automatically accomplished. Of course, my plan will not be according to plan. Everything will not work out perfectly how I plan it ahead of time. Chances are I'll have to change 2 or 4 of those strategies and plans along the way. But that's some of the things I'm working on. If I can help you with anything, we're coming up on, we just got done with Thanksgiving. We're coming up on the holidays. I don't know about you, but this is a super duper busy time of year for me, both personally and professionally. But I am here to answer questions and help if you've got a question. I would say the best way to get a hold of me is through a Voxer. It's a walkie-talkie app. And my handle for that is pajamagrandma@gmail.com. Grandma, Gramma. Otherwise, you can always message me below any of my videos and ask a question, or just say, hey, Sharon, DM me. I have a question. Do not use that as an opportunity to sell me something, because I'm not interested. I go out and find the things that I need when I need them. It's called just-in-time learning, and I am a huge fan of that. It's also called just-in-time growing my own businesses the way I want to. Then I go and find the people and the services that I want to use in my businesses in my life. I don't just get bombarded with stuff and then I have been guilty of this in the past, right? Haven't we all? Where you get bombarded, or you go down trails, especially when I first came online. There was so much to learn and so many things that were interesting. It was really easy to get sucked down different rabbit holes. But I've gotten pretty good about just saying, nope, this is not the right time for me for this right now. So don't hit me up with those things. Just hit me up with real questions that you have that will help you create what you want in your life and move ahead. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.